Hey guys, so I'm on a little road trip right now. It's the first warm weather road trip of the year. I'm heading up to Rochester to pick up some free tires. There's wheels and tires that will fit my RAV4, and some guy was just giving away online, so I said sure, I'll take them. So I'm heading up there to go pick them up. Definitely worth it because they're free, but it's going to be about 2.5 hours each way. I usually keep my cruise control set at around 55, 58. It's mostly highway driving, so it'll be another nice little test to see how things go. I fully charged both battery packs, so I have the T-Rex behind me, and they're both fully charged. I did, in a RAV4, they have a regular mode and then extended range mode. So I have it on the extended range mode. And my battery packs are still pretty healthy. I pulled some data. I'll include a couple photos, a couple screenshots at the end of this little clip. But I think the T-Rex was still at 41 kilowatt hours, which is just awesome. And because it only came with, I think when it was new, was 41.8 usable. And so it's still very healthy, very new. And my T-Rex, or my RAV4's battery has degraded a little bit. I think it was 37 kilowatt hours, but I'll show the screenshots after this. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to do a round trip, which kind of sucks. It's 4 to 5 hours worth of driving I'm about to do, and that's a little rough. I love driving. I always have. I just like the open road, just getting out and driving. And that has been part of my motivation to have all these range extenders and all these different projects I have going on. Really just love driving and being out there. It's just, to me, it just seems freeing in a way. You just take off, and I've always loved cars and driving, and yeah. So anyways, got a long way ahead of me, and we'll see how it goes. I don't have my gimbal, so hopefully I can hold this steady enough for you guys. I forgot to reset the trip odometer when I left. I really should have. That really sucks. But I've gone about 10 miles, I think. So, and I just wanted to show you what my gauge does on the right. Yeah, my whole cluster is really dirty. But on the right is the instant miles per kilowatt hour gauge. So right now we're going up a little bit of a hill, so it's going to drop down a little bit. But in a normal RAV4, when you're not driving with the T-Rex, it'll be right around 2.5, like basically where it just was. We're looking at the red one on the right. And so it usually stays around 2.5, 3 on the highway. If you're cruising along being good with your speed, it might be 3.4 if you're lucky in good weather. But I wanted to show you what it does with the power from the T-Rex. So it thinks that power is regen. So when it's coming up to the front, it has an artificially high number on the right. So for most of my trip, it'll be all the way to the top right there, showing it maxes out at 10, but it's showing 10 miles per kilowatt hour. Which, of course, that isn't true. I'm definitely not getting that. In reality, I'm really probably getting around 3, give or take, a half mile. In one of my other road trip tests, on a longer road trip, just going straight, I was getting around 3.4, even with towing the T-Rex. So, just wanted to show you what the display does. It's just kind of interests me. And there's Cuba Lake. We're just driving up the east side of Cuba Lake, and just really nice views around here. Everything's still kind of brown and gross, but really is pretty around here. Hey guys, so I'm at my halfway point. I just picked up the tires. You can see them in the back out there. Very awesome guy. Like I really lucked out finding these tires. He said there was a ton of people that had messaged him, but I was first, and I set it up, and I didn't give him any crap. Nothing like, oh, can you hold it till next Friday or something? Like, no, I got right in there, and I picked up those tires. So he was thankful, I was thankful, and yeah, so now I've got tires from a 2006 Tacoma that I looked online and the bolt patterns were the same. The hub on these tires was bigger than the hub on my RAV4, so I shouldn't have any clearance issues there. I don't know about offset. I hope they'll fit in there, but it's for my parts car, so I can just take off the brake caliper if the brakes are in the way. So I don't think it'll be an issue, and it'll enable me to move the car around, because I took the tires off of my parts car, and they're actually on this RAV right now that I'm driving. They were pretty new and really good shape and nice tires, so I'm using them on here. I finally took my winter tires off. I think it's safe. I hope we're not getting any more winter at this point. But I thought I'd update you guys on my stats and what I have going on. So halfway, I'm at 93 miles, and I have exactly 93 miles to get home, according to Google. And in my RAV4 here, battery voltage is 338.07. My state of charge, well, actually, let's just go to my kilowatt hours. So what I have remaining in the RAV4 right now is 20.3, and temperatures look great. High module temperature of 25 Celsius, low at 23.5. They're usually within 5 or 6 degrees Celsius, just so you know. And then my high and low for my voltage for each cell is the same. It's 3.68, which I always keep a little eye on that, just so I know and make sure that the BMS is doing its job. And so far, they've always been really, really close, if not exactly the same. All right, so then we have the T-Rex. The T-Rex still has 27.7 kilowatt hours remaining. And again, temperatures look great. 25.5 high, 23.5 low, and the cell voltages are also exactly the same, and the same as the T-Rex. Voltage is also, of course, the same because they're in parallel. So I haven't done enough testing to know exactly about the capacity. The RAV4 has 20.3 remaining. I imagine, and I still haven't yet proven this, I imagine that I only have double that. So even though the T-Rex has 27.7, so it has, what, 7 point... So I gotta finish the video on my iPad, because I guess my storage on my iPhone is full, so I'll have to check that out. So I was saying, I don't know exactly if I have 20 kilowatt hours plus 27 for my range. I really think I have double 20, so I would have 40 kilowatt hours remaining, because I feel like once the main pack gets down, that's it, and it shuts off. And I've gotten close before, and I've had power remaining in the T-Rex, but I'm out of power in the RAV4, so all the lights come on the RAV4, and it was close. It was one of my trips. There's a video on it in my list. You can check it out. I'm wondering if I have 47 left or 40. Either way, I should be able to get home. So what's 4 times 3? Let's say I'm getting 3 miles per kilowatt hour. So I should have 120 miles. Is that right? So if I have 40 kilowatt hours remaining, hopefully on the safe side, and so 4 times 3 miles per kilowatt hour, yeah, that should be 120 miles, which would be totally fine. Only thing I have to watch out for is temperature drops, and your capacity will drop with temperature. So right now I'm at 63 degrees. So that means I gotta stop talking. I ordered a pizza, so I'm gonna go pick up the pizza and skedaddle and beat these cold temperatures. Hey guys, so I figured it was time for a little update. So I have 35 miles left to drive. That's what Google Maps says. And my guessometer, which everybody knows a guessometer is just that, guessing. It's really not always that accurate. That says 25 miles remaining, but it's been at that for like 7 miles or something. So it's a good guide, but don't rely on it. So the car has 4 blips left. So I don't know, I think people call them blips, but these little dashes, the little bars. So usually I'd get a little nervous at this point. 4 is about all I would leave my house with if I was going downtown in Ithaca and home, which is only, I don't know, 8-10 miles, something like that. So it's getting down there, but thankfully I have my data on the iPad, and my battery for the RAV4 is at 10.10 kilowatt hours remaining. And right now it's 59 degrees. It dropped a couple degrees, nothing too bad. And my battery temperatures are 25 high, 23 low, still pretty much the same as what they were before. And this is where it gets a little more interesting, I think, is the T-Rex is at 21.4. So what was that? It was like 10 kilowatt. Yeah, it's 11 kilowatt hour difference, and I think that is broadening. I'd have to look and see what it was when I started. I can't remember, but it seems like that gap might be broadening a little bit. Continuing on, we'll see how it goes the rest of the trip. So far, so good. I'm really not too nervous with the T-Rex. I mean, I would be totally screwed if I didn't have the T-Rex, so there's no way this trip would be possible without that. But then also, just based on what I have left, if I have 10 kilowatt hours remaining and I get 3 miles per kilowatt hour, that doesn't get me home. I'd be short by a little bit. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted, and hopefully the next clip is a success video with me in my driveway and not me running an extension cord to somebody's house. But yeah, we'll get there. I'm still feeling pretty confident. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to make it no problem. But the charge car soon light just came on the right. Oh, it just went away. But I have 20 miles to go, a little less than 20 miles, and 17 on the guessometer. Looking at all the numbers, I have no problem. Like, I'll make it home. But it is getting a little close. And once you start seeing the lights, it makes it a little more real. Well, I made it home safe and sound. I did 184 miles because when I started the trip odometer, I was 21 miles into the trip. I verified that with Google, so 184 miles total. Guessometer says 7 with 1 blip left. And this is what the T-Rex says, which is just crazy. It's a huge difference. So 307 volts, call it 308. Then 21.4 kilowatt hours remaining. And battery temperatures look good and normal, and the cell voltages look good. And then over here, voltage is the same. This one says, this is the RAV4 here, I only have 3 kilowatt hours remaining. So I'll have to go back and look at the tape and look at the difference from when I started, but that's a pretty big difference, and it seems like it's spread. But again, I'll have to go back and watch my other clips. Cell voltage is the same. Total pack voltage is the same. So if my theory of double this number is accurate, that means I have 6 kilowatt hours remaining until I would be stranded. And 6 times 3 is 18 miles. So I'd have 18 miles left. So add 18 to the 184 that I drove, which would be only 202 miles. I'm surprised it's so low. It seems like it's maybe a fault of the RAV4 battery pack. Yeah, with only 3 miles there, and there's still so much left in the T-Rex. So more testing definitely needs to get done. That's a very interesting result, and I'll have to play around with this some more and see how the rest of the year goes. Thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to like and subscribe. See ya. Hey guys, I just finished editing this video. Hopefully you liked it. It took a little work to piece everything together. I filmed this probably about a month ago and just finally got around to putting it together and making a video for you guys. So I've been thinking about it a lot since this trip, and that was a really big gap of the capacity from the T-Rex to the RAV4. And all this is still experimental, but it never was that much of a difference before. It was always, it was closer. I mean, I think I'd have maybe 15 kilowatt hours left in the T-Rex. You can go back and watch other videos. I've talked about it before, but the gap wasn't that huge. And I kind of think it's the internal resistance, because the RAV4 pack is aging. So the RAV4 has about 70,000 miles on, just shy of 70,000 miles on it now. And fully charged, it only goes up to around, I think it was 37 kilowatt hours. So it's a bit less, and it's older. So I'm wondering if that's the reason for this. And you guys might know or might be able to theorize on it, but that's kind of what I'm thinking, which means I either have to use the T-Rex a lot more, maybe with my home energy storage system that's getting installed right now, so I can put a lot more use on that and kind of degrade the battery so it's more equal to the RAV4, or install the system in one of my other RAVs and use it with a different car. It's silly to want your other pack to degrade, but there's a lot of usable storage inside that pack that I don't have access to. So that's my theory. I'll do some more testing, take some more road trips, and see how it goes from there. I will also have the version 2 hopefully soon to go take some of these road trips as well. That's coming along really nice. Fiberglass is almost all done. Just getting that done. And I'm also very close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're interested and you want my free spot welder, go back and watch my other video, check it out, make sure you want it and want to deal with it. I just wasn't a fan of it, and I didn't really like it, and I don't think I'm ever going to use it. So I'm going to give it to one of you guys. Make sure on the link below you like the video, you're subscribed, and then on the bottom just say I'll take it or I want it, something like that. I already have it packaged up, ready to be mailed out, and as long as you pay for the shipping, I'll send it to you and you can have it. And hopefully it works better for you than it did for me, and you can use it for your projects. But thanks a lot for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or comment below. But I hope you guys liked the video. See ya.